Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today's going to be my monthly planner decoration for August. So I'm just flicking to the right page. So as you can see from the pencils that's already on here, August is a particularly busy month. Mainly because I'm actually going away for 10 days of it. I'm actually heading overseas for 2 weeks. I will be doing, just under 2 weeks. I will be doing just a little video before I go away explaining what's going to happen with my channel while I'm gone. Basically not a lot will change. Probably not. So because I am going overseas to a tropical paradise, I'm going to do this in a really sort of tropical theme. So to that end, I've gone out and found this 6x6 paper pad that was as tropical as I could find. So I'm going to take most of my hues from here, cut most of this out, and then I've got a couple little other bits that I'm going to pull from Paper Lovers books, and maybe some washi tape. I haven't decided yet. So to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this piece of paper, if I can find it. There it is. I'm going to grab this piece of paper and pull it out of the book, maybe. No, very reluctant to come out of the book. Here we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of these strips. So I'm just trying to work out which ones I like. I'm actually going to run them sort of across the top and the bottom. And I'm going to keep the wavy lines. I deliberately want the wavy lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these out, and I'll be back in just a sec. So there we go, that's what it looks like when I've cut them out. I have deliberately picked some bright colours that are kind of alternating, so cool colours, warm colours. So the next thing I'm going to do is stick them down. You could run this through your sticker maker if you wanted to. I'm just going to run it with some glue tape. So I'm just going to grab just a piece of scrap cardboard or paper or whatever you want to use just to protect my desk, because I've noticed lately it's starting to get rather sticky. So I'm just sticking these down. I'm deliberately doing it not roughly, but I want it to be not straight, not completely perfect. That's kind of the point because of the wonkiness. I actually really like this paper. I bought it from Craft Online, who just happened to have a warehouse on the sunny coast, so that helps. So I actually got to go to the warehouse as opposed to buying it online, but I will link it down below for you. It is really pretty, very in the right theme, and I can see myself using it a lot in the next couple of weeks. Because this particular month is reasonably busy, as in I've got a lot sort of going on, I don't want it to be too over the top decoration wise. Okay, so I've made a boo-boo, well, not a boo-boo, but I've accidentally torn that, and because I'm me and don't want to do that, I'm just going to cut another strip out and do that again, because I don't like tearing paper. Unless I'm doing it on purpose, that is. So I'm just doing this quickly. It's got brown in between the colours, so I'm using that as sort of a border. But I am trying to keep that sort of wavy feeling that it's got. So I'm just going to cut the excess bits off. Now of course this is cardstock, so it is slightly thicker than normal paper. So just be aware, if your planner's super duper full, this may actually not help it. I've recently split between my big mint planner and my new pause planner, so I'm actually carrying two around at the moment. But I'm finding it a lot easier to get in and out of my planners, so I really like that. If you guys sort of want to see an update on how I'm setting up my planners, let me know, because I will most certainly do that for you guys. Okay, so there we go. That's what it looks like when I've put the borders on. I think that looked kind of cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is get this little bit that's stuck on my finger off my finger. Nope, still stuck. There we go, got it. So I'm going back into this paper pad. This is dual-sided, so it's got one design each on each, kind of on both sides. So you get 2 copies of each page. So if you do tear one up or use like one of these guys, but you still wanted to use this sheet, there is another one. That's really badly explained, but you guys get the point. So before I cut these out, I'm basically going to use, I think I'm going to use this one just as a sort of a decoration. I think it looks like a postage stamp, so I want to use that one. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and write in all the little bits that I need to write in. This could take a little while, so I'm going to speed through, and I'll be back in just a second. So that's everything all written in there, as in footy wise, family wise. There are still a couple of bits and pieces to go in here because we don't know yet when the teams are playing in round 23. So I'm just going to grab a lead pencil if I can reach one. There we go. And even though I just rubbed it out, just going to put that back in there so that I know. So the next thing I'm going to do before I put my cool other bits and pieces in, so I'm just trying to find, I haven't actually had a chance to look all the way through this, which I probably should have done before I did this, but I was trying to, there we go, this is what I want. So on this piece there actually is one that says Paradise, and because where we're going, which I don't think I've said yet, we're going to a little island called Niue, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is basically in the middle of the South Pacific, kind of near Tonga. Basically teeny tiny little island, just me and my partner for 7 days. He's gonna go crazy. it is going to be paradise. So I want to sort of put something, it's not perfect, but it'll do, just along there to sort of signify it. And I'm also going to use the frangipanis that's underneath it. Excuse all the noise going on in my neighborhood. So I'm just lining that up as best I can. Probably not going to quite, oh you know, that's not too bad. And just doing that one as well. That one's not right. Now it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that bit along there and then run the other bit in the other bit. That makes no sense. So I'm going to run the paradise line sort of along here, which is where we're actually in Niue for the whole part of the week. I'm being a bit pedantic here, but I can see blue on it and I don't like it. So I'm just cutting off there because I want it to actually fit all the paradises on there. Just grabbing my glue tape and that little bit of cardboard I used before. Just putting that down the bottom of the boxes. And then just gonna put, I don't know why I always feel like I'm spelling it wrong, but I always do. N-I-U-E, yes, that's right. And then I'm gonna put the frangipanis on this other bit because it's not quite as long. If I cut that in half, well, not quite half, but it's pretty close. So I kind of lost this bit there. Thank goodness that other people were watching. There we go. So now that sort of signifies when I'm away. So from there, I'm going to put this in the bin so that I don't get things stuck to it again. So I'm going to grab this little cutout with the palm trees. I just think it looks like a postcard, which is kind of what I'm going for here. Kind of. It's just got some of that annoying note paper glue stuff on the top, so I'm just trimming that off too. So I'm going to put that over on this side, and then I need something here, and I don't want to use more sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use more lines because I feel like this is all very liney. It needs to be something else. I need something vertical or something. On vacation. Well, that's not true. Well, I am. I'm on vacation, but I hate that word. Australians don't call it a vacation. It's a holiday. I'll stick this down first. Do I want to use the Hello Sunshine one, or do I want to use the one that says take it easy, take it slow, let your cares and worries go? I want to use that one. So I'm just cutting this one out too. So I'm going to put that there, but I'm going to have that as a bit of a flipper, so it can move if I want it to. Not that it's taking up any particular days or anything, but I just like the idea of it being able to move. So I'm just gonna dot in where I need to punch. I always forget my hole punch. So it's gonna sit there like that. I feel like I'm missing something still. I'm actually going to do something really bad and I'm going to cut the heck out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out the flower. Just roughly, or kind of roughly. I'm going to take the quote too. I wasn't going to, but I kind of like it. But just to give it another sort of shape, because everything else is very square, you don't want to have everything the same, so this just brings in a little bit more interest. Okay. But then now where do I put it? I know that's going to sit above, but I kind of want it to. So I'm going to stick that down, and I'm actually going to leave the top hanging out. It'll make it very easy to get to this month, and then when it's over, if I want to, I can always trim the top off. So I've deliberately not put the glue the whole way up, because of course you don't want that. But it's just going to hang out the top there a little bit, which I think that kind of looks cool. Just gives it a bit more something. I'm being very descriptive today. I'm going to put this thing here. It just gives it a bit of something. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I still think this feels a bit empty, but it won't for long because I will have bits to put here. In fact, I might just put some of these in now, then that'll look better. So that looks better. Now it doesn't look quite so empty. Now I'm happy. So that is my kind of tropical inspired week. I will link this notepad down below where I got it from. I did buy a couple of other things while I was at Craft Online. I didn't just go there, but you'll see them coming up in the next couple of weeks when I do some more of my weekly videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. I do post my monthly ones every month, obviously, but I do weekly ones every week, and a couple of other little bits and pieces on Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you haven't subscribed now, it'd be a really good time to do it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. You can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, and on Instagram. I will link those all down below for you. Otherwise, guys, I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.